And welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host. As always, we are sans the beanied one tonight because he's being responsible and deciding to work instead of be here for game night. But
Boo
we got
adulting.
the baby face one, Theo Walski,
Millennials forever. Boo adulting.
and we have the man with the couch, the maitre d' services, the man, the myth, the legend, Jason Bolidio.
For,
How's it
for a
going,
moment, I thought he
guys?
was pulling a Dax.
What?
Huh?
I thought you were pulling a Drax for a moment. Like you literally did not move whatsoever. So you're like nearly invisible, but I just thought you were frozen.
Oh yeah.
That fits so
Uh,
well with what we want to talk
uh,
about tonight. Oh my God.
how's it going, guys? How's it going today? You know, hope you guys had a wonderful 420. It was a fun time. Well, hopefully, you guys had a good time as well.
I actually totally forgot yesterday. 420.
Yeah.
Really? Oh
Yeah, I
my
did.
goodness.
Yeah. So, all right.
Just
So
another day at work.
before we dive into too much, it is surgery update time. So we talked about it last week. Um, Another new update. I have now been pre-cleared by insurance for my surgery.
Nice.
Nice.
Give him that
Which is
money.
Great
yep,
because
yep. That means you ain't gotta worry about that money.
nope. That
Money,
money you
money,
don't got to get approved.
money.
And I still have two more. I still have two more things to do for fucking pre-surgery shit.
Fun.
So next Thursday, I got to go in and get dental clearance. Um, because something I didn't know is that if you've got like tooth abscesses and stuff like that, it can cause infections in your heart after surgery.
Did
So
not know that
I did
either.
not know that either. So they're making me go in and and certify that I don't have that. And then the 14th, I get to go in and learn about post-surgery care, what I need to do, chest x-rays, blood work, and all of that. So I got to get poked and prodded one more time.
At least
So
pre-surgery.
yeah, right. So
Then it's slice and dice time.
right. So fillet me like a fish. So anyways, so what's up, fellas? How's it going?
I have a new puppy.
Where's the puppy?
Let me show you the puppy now.
Our
Okay, hold on one
lists,
second.
our listeners and our viewers demand to see the puppy.
Puppy cuteness coming right up.
So, for those who don't know, Theo got a new puppy.
Puppy.
Oh, look at
Bobby, Bobby,
that!
Bobby,
Look at
Bobby,
that
Bobby.
cuteness. What did
Bobby, Bobby,
we?
Bobby.
So, what did you settle on for a name?
So, story with that, at least what happened today. So, primarily settled on Gia, which is
Okay.
technically not the correct pronunciation. Um,
Okay.
or Chinese name spelled Jia. It's supposed to be Jia,
Mm-hmm.
but we're just pronouncing it Gia. Or I looked it up. There's a variant, and it's Jia. So that means beautiful and joyful. So might try that. Might stick with Gia. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah,
Uh,
stick with Gia or
just go
Jia?
with Gia.
Jason?
Jason, what do you think?
Um, it's always hard to name an animal, so you know,
Okay.
I don't know what I'm not too
So
good
so
with that.
far, everybody's been saying Gia's better.
It's just easier to probably just say and
Yes.
roll off the tongue, so
It's easier to
makes
tell by
sense.
the spelling as well, because
Mm-hmm.
nobody's really going to know Jia.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2026, sir. You can spell it like 10 different ways and it wouldn't be right. So,
Correct.
Sure.
So I've got two more pieces for Collector's Corner.
Oh, we're doing that first? Okay. Okay.
Might as well get it out of the way because it's like right
Sure.
here, and it'll kind
Sure.
of lead into
Yeah.
what we one of the subjects. So, anyways, so I got in the Funko for Han
That boy.
from Fast and Furious.
Proud
Best
of you.
thing is he's got his potato chip bag.
Potato
As
chips.
it should. As it should.
Like, and I know we've
Yeah,
kind of talked about this, but the whole
it's his token.
reason he's
Yeah, it is.
eating chips in
Yes.
Fast and the Furious is because his character in Better Luck Tomorrow was always constantly smoking. It- and Sun Kang said to Justin Lin is like, hey, there's gonna be kids watching this movie. I don't think we should be, really promoting smoking. So that's how it got
Hmm.
switched to potato chips,
Which is awesome.
which is great. So, and then secondly is it came in last Wednesday. So we talked about all the different new like statues, figures, and all of that. So I ended up getting, the Justice League New 52 Batman.
Hmm.
The Superman came in.
Oh, sick.
Oh, nice.
So I now have the match.
Nice.
So
That
it's the
does
same
really look
type.
like kind of, it looks remnant of Brandon too.
Yeah, so there's a couple that are out there that look more like Brandon's, but this is
Oh, okay.
the fact that I've got the match now. This one belt wise looks a little bit similar to Tyler's, um, with the exception
Oh,
of
okay.
having the S on the back, right?
Sure.
Um, but it's another statue, and it actually fits perfectly on Tyler's shelf, by the way. So, but to start off tonight, the whole reason I'm wearing my Kingdom Come shirt, talking about Brandon Routh, right, is that Saturday was Superman Day,
Really?
which
I didn't know that.
yeah, it celebrates. Um,
Really?
yeah, this is when
No such thing as
Action
Superman
Comics
Day.
#1 debuted, April 18th,
Oh,
1938.
Hmm. Okay.
okay.
Um, so we'll go into the theater. We'll talk about it because I brought it up, you know. Um, so yeah, so for those people that don't know the history, so Superman was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, who were Jewish Americans living in Cleveland. They created Superman, who is actually really created as being the first ever superhero. Came out in Action Comics #1, April 18th, 1938. So when we look at it, right, that's what, 70, 90, 88 years now?
Okay.
Yes. That Superman's been around. He's gone through many iterations. Um, they've introduced, Kara Zor-El, who is Supergirl, which that movie is going to be coming out here in a couple months. Um, they just started filming. James Gunn put out some pictures. They have started filming Man of Tomorrow, which is the Superman movie sequel, and we're getting Brainiac. So I'm looking forward.
Nice.
I
Okay.
am so looking forward to that because we haven't seen Brainiac on the big screen, and really show wise, we saw him in Smallville. Um,
Hmm. Right.
for with Marsden, but even in Superman and Lois, they didn't show actually Brainiac. They just kind of did like a version of him, like that was just a supercomputer genius, not actually like Brainiac. So, but that being said, there was, to see my social media timelines with all the negativity going on in the world, just everybody sharing in Superman Day, it was great to see
Hmm.
because, you know, I've talked about this, just what my love of Superman actually means, and more so this year too, with, we got to share it with Tyler and Brandon and Tom
Um,
at GalaxyCon, getting to meet them at Fan Expo last year. It's just that S shield means hope, you know.
Mhm.
And the fact that I think right now more than anything, it kind of gives us hope for a better tomorrow. And I think that's what everyone's looking at with just how much of a dumpster fire the world is right now. It's like, what timeline are we in? Um, but overall, it was just really great to see the everybody celebrating it, including honestly, like there were some amazing cosplays that people demonstrated and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, it's been kind of nice. So I actually started reading some of the omnibus, the big ass book I can kill somebody with. Um, so I did. I do need to get a hold of a copy of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, because they're re-releasing that as well, which
Oh,
is where
cool.
she
Okay.
was introduced, which is what the new movie is loosely based on. Is that
Okay.
comic,
And that
Woman of Tomorrow?
comes out June 18th, right?
I believe so. I think you're right. June 26th.
Ah, okay.
So I will for sure go see that in the theaters. So I'm looking forward to it.
I think it
Another
looks pretty
one,
good.
yeah.
I think it
I
looks
mean,
fun.
like that's the thing is, I think honestly, and we'll talk about this here in a second. I think a lot of some of the superhero movies kind of went to a little bit too darker tone in some ways.
True.
Like with Man of Steel and Justice League, that went like super dark. Um,
I just kind of feel
so
like
it'll
this
lead.
one gives a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy type of vibe.
That's what everyone's been saying is that it does give off that GOG feel. I mean, it is gone though, so it is. He did
Oh,
do
true.
Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff, but like a lot of people are saying, well, why are you making a movie about Supergirl because she's not a real role model because she's going out and getting drunk all the time and whatnot. But it's like,
That's like the
if
backstory though. She's that's not always
no,
her
but
story.
honestly, when you look at it though, is like everybody deals with depression in their own ways, and unfortunately, like for her, she remembers Krypton blowing
Everything.
up and losing everybody. So the fact that she wants to go off and go, you know, try and escape that, you kind of got to understand that a little bit. So,
Right.
but yeah, so Superman. Also, nice thing is I got in my new hoodie, I got in my new shirts. I
Ew,
ordered
nice.
the Superboy shirt, which is the black with the red S.
Ooh, okay.
That also Tom Welling wore in Smallville for a little while when he went
Okay.
on the dark
That's
bench with
from
the
Young
red
Justice,
kryptonite.
right?
Yeah, so you also have the Young Justice shirt and stuff. And
Okay.
then I got in a black hoodie with the original, it's out of the 78 line. So it's got the
Okay.
original crest from Superman the movie, Christopher Reeve in red with a red, apostrophe 78 on the sleeve.
Ooh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. So now I have like shirts and hoodies to match up, and then I got another shirt that says "Welcome to Smallville," and on the back it's
Mhm.
got where superheroes are raised, and then you see Superman taking off out of the Kent farm.
Yeah, nice. I like that.
So yeah, they did a lot of limited editions. So speaking
I feel
of
like if you got a lot of
comics.
Prime
hmm,
merchandise for autographs for next time.
Um, well, for next time, it is going to be, I got to figure out what I would have to do for Tom and Tyler, but we talked about this last week. The art book for Superman Returns, that's Brandon all day long.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
get
mean
that
like
thing
you
autographed.
I would think
Um,
the t-shirt could have be a possibility.
I am
Did you already have a
actually,
shirt signed by Tom?
yes, and that's gonna get framed. I am actually thinking about for the next time that print that I have of all of them as Superman.
Oh yeah, okay.
I am thinking about getting that thing signed
That'd be cool.
by all of
I
them,
like that.
which would be really cool. So we'll see.
But screw you, Dean Kane.
Yeah. Which okay, it's funny is so um Warner Brothers put out a video of their favorite like some of their favorite TV Supermen. So they
Okay.
did George Newbern for the original Batman animated series. They did the Justice League animated Superman. they did Tom Welling for Smallville, and then they did Tyler for Superman and Lois, and they left out Dean Cain.
Jeez. Nice.
And boy, has like the internet, like some people are like, that's what you get for not being a great human being. And then some are like, well, he should have been, included. And then it's like, nah, he didn't understand the assignment. So, all right, Jason, let's talk Marvel Universe. And unfortunately, Jerry is not here.
Why
So
did you call me on that one?
because you are our resident, let's just be honest, you're our resident
Quote
Marvel
unquote
hater.
hater.
Okay.
Ah,
Hater.
so
We're
you
giving
gotta
you the
call me
not
on
we're
this
giving
one?
you
Are we
ammunition,
gonna listen
man.
to
So
this?
a synopsis though is it's not necessarily
Uh,
that you hate Marvel. It's the fact is you hate that
You're
everything
tired
that
of it.
comes out has to tie into something else. So you have to go
yeah,
watch something to
yeah.
do something.
Like the canon,
Oh, okay, then I have
the
no argument
canon.
against you.
Okay, so
So
no, no.
If
Okay,
that's the
go ahead.
point.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so at CinemaCon, it was announced that the Russo brothers are re-releasing Endgame that is going to have additional footage in it that is going to be the bridge to Doomsday. And they're saying that if you really truly want to understand what's happening at the beginning of Doomsday and how it all connects into Endgame, that you must go watch the re-release of Endgame in the theaters.
So we had a perfectly good movie, and we have
Yes.
to literally re-watch this because we have to add on to understand the last bit of it instead of putting it at the beginning of the movie.
Hmm.
Or at least do
So,
it like a short, because I mean, like they've done that before. It's just a quick short
no, no, put it at
narrative
the beginning of
things.
the movie. What's wrong with putting it at the beginning of the movie?
Like a, hey, this is what you missed
No,
kind of a way.
I
yes,
mean,
and at the same time, if you're re-releasing this to add that little blip,
Hmm.
what the heck? Like,
And I want to correct
I
myself. It was the
I would
Sands Film
say if
Festival, not CinemaCon.
okay.
So just
I
correct
would
myself there.
say if they're really trying to reach out for a money grab as well as like I would see this as money grab and trying to promote theaters, but if they purely want a money grab, I would say instead do a short and release it on Disney Plus to make people get Disney Plus.
I mean, at this point, might as well just like I said, why can't they just put it at the beginning of the movie? Like, are we until dawning this thing now? Are we gonna have to watch like Marvel Endgame like six times before we finally get it right? Like, what the hell?
I
I
mean,
think
they'll
it's
probably they can then release Doctor Strange and Darkness of the or and the multiverse and do a whole different universe and just do that.
Yeah,
Do the
is this gonna
entire
be
Marvel universe in a whole new universe.
is this phase literally you just watch seven movies all to forget about it and then we'll rewatch all seven movies again? What's going on? Like what?
so the
Pretty close.
so the theory, like some of the theories that are online, is that the Jonathan Majors Kang, whatever
Yeah.
his name was at the end of Quantumanium, right?
Yeah.
That he specifically is that the timeline they're kind of going off of in 616 is that the reason you don't see Fantastic Four and the reason you don't see an X-Men is because he was manipulating things, and that this indeed the Tony Stark we have known since minute one is actually Victor Von Doom that was adopted as a kid as Tony Stark. Part of the theory that is in that is because in Endgame, when they go back to get the stones, remember, Tony's memories don't line up. And he questions some of the things when he meets his dad. So everyone's
I don't
thinking,
recall that.
yeah, so if you go back when he's talking to his dad, and his
Yeah.
dad mentions about the baby that's coming, it doesn't
Yeah.
line up with Tony's memory of what he was told about the whole thing. You have to go back. You'll have to go back and rewatch it. Um,
Okay.
the other
So we are literally just adding a 5 minute sequence.
Well, it's more than that because they've also got to, they're going to be explaining
I mean, they
because
definitely got a lot to bridge.
Steve Rogers is supposed to be a main character coming back, and it's the actual Steve Rogers that went back in time.
Even
So,
though, even though in the original Endgame he like threw in the shield
and it
uh
shows up as an old
and
man,
stayed
right?
back in time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what all they're adding to it, but
Oh my
in a direct
God.
quote,
Oh
it
my
was, it's
God.
an opportunity to create a bridge from Endgame to Doomsday in a very unique way. And because the movie was so successful, Jason's point, money grab, we have an opportunity to re-release it. You don't always get the chance to re-release because it costs money. So the fact that we can enhance the story of Doomsday by bridging it to Endgame and these characters that we worked with for years that we love so much and continue their story, it's really a unique opportunity.
Bullshit. That means, you know what that
I
means? Let me get that money. Let me get that money. Let me get that money because of the people that constantly follow this. You have to watch it. Now you're forced to. Now you watch the movie a second time with 5 minute extended cut instead of
I I
uh,
will
So
uh,
say
let me
this.
throw out something to you,
Mm.
Jason. What do you think about the theory that they needed the money because in order to bring back a ton of actors from the original universe and everything and phase, they needed to re-release it and get that money in order to pay them. Because you know they had to reshoot this bridge. You had to bring them all back
yeah, you
and
have
do
to.
that, and they're going to be in Doomsday, and we know that. So I mean, like, in order to correlate and and get everybody in, they're going to be. They have the opportunity to ask for more money, and their hands are a little tied for the most part. So I would think that the actors are taking the opportunity and asking for that money, and the studio's like, well, we need to make a lot more money, so we might as well
No,
re-release this and
no,
try to get
you
more.
literally you cop out a little bit. You cop out a little bit. You know, you dream sequence it. You tell somebody else. You get secondary actors. You get you dramatize it. You know, you don't at this point now it's been so who knows what the
But
hell is
we've
going
even
on.
said time and time again when we have movies with changed actors for the same character, we hate that. We've said that time and time again. So why would we promote that now?
Because right now you're Marvel and you're just literally money grabbing anything you can. You've made the problem is you made a mistake in the past. Okay, we get that. That's fine. Now they're saying, you know what? You're just throwing out things, just throw things to stick to the wall. At this point now, you just have to own up to the mistake,
I
correct it, and then move on. Like,
But there's
I
still but I commend them for sticking to the material by bringing back the same actors and not doing the cop out and money grab of using cheaper actors in the same role just
I
because in hopes of doing the phase.
I
you have to just accept the loss at some point because until you accept the loss, you're going to keep reimagining, bringing back old things are going to cost more, put in more effort into it. At some point, you have to say accept the losses, you know.
Well,
Otherwise, you're
but
going to
when you
keep.
hit when but
Oh,
a lot of the
that's
times
how
when you accept
gamblers
the
go into
losses, you just stop.
serious debt.
I really think though, like I think you guys kind of hit it on the head. Like this, instead of re-releasing Endgame, which I get it, Doomsday is supposed to be an actual sequel, like a direct sequel from Endgame, right? But I think that, you could have just done this as like a add-on to the beginning of Doomsday. If you want to really put it in theaters, do it as a little add-on in the beginning, you know, kind of like, when with Pixar movies, right? They used to put on the Pixar short right before the movie.
Yeah.
You could have done something like that, right? Where you explain what the bridge is from Endgame to
You have for
Doomsday.
years you've had that previously on X-Men. You know, you've
Dude,
had
could
that
you
for
have
years.
previously on
You
Avengers.
know,
Like
Avengers
yeah,
that
Endgame.
would have been
you've
so.
had that.
Do you know how many people have gone fucking wild for that shit? Like, given
Yeah.
that we know we're getting X-Men, you do something like previously on Avengers Endgame, like something like that to tie in everything would have been like you would have had
But
everybody
what
go
but
crazy over
But we
it
that.
don't
makes
know the
sense. And then you
details
don't
of the
have,
bridge anyways, because like we don't know that it's a
that's
direct
true.
bridge rather than a full rewrite of the ending. Where there's like even if you try to bridge it, it makes no
I
sense
I
whatsoever. So like
think
let's say they rewrite it to where that uh
Tony doesn't
Steve
die.
Rogers didn't even stay back, that he actually returned within 5 seconds and actually continued to go on, or something like that. Or all of a sudden, they for some reason lose, or Victor Von Doom shows up and beats Thanos' ass instead, or something like that. Like you can't, I feel like you can't just throw that in as a quote unquote bridge if you have the potential of rewriting the ending completely. And
I have a.
that's kind of what the rumor is right now, is that the
I was
ending
gonna
is
say.
completely rewritten.
I was gonna say they're probably going to. They're gonna have to rewrite something because you've got to be able to turn Tony Stark Iron Man into Tony Stark Doomsday.
Right.
So you're going to have to rewrite that piece. But I think also, here's what I think, because being that Steve Rogers, as the Captain America we know, is a centerpiece for this happening, I think we find out that he still has the time stone.
Well, I also thought like with the Doomsday teasers, like they were primarily
Mhm.
doing with the Steve Rogers baby is
Yes.
particularly a standpoint in to the whole thing. So, I mean, like I don't know. Is I feel like yes, definitely agree that re-releasing Avengers Endgame is a money grab completely. I feel like it's not quite right to do it just as a starter in Doomsday, because I feel like with the rumors that it is that they're trying to go about rewriting the ending completely, they can't quite directly bridge it, that they do have to rewrite something. I feel like a short is good and completely separate, but I feel like throwing it in the movie, I still feel like it would at least take probably 30 minutes of the movie in order to do. And then you're probably trying to do another end game where it's like 2.5 hours to 3 hours long.
That's okay because we've had Lord of the Rings that were 3+ hours. So I mean, people if they want to watch it and they are into it, they will watch it and they will stay for it. But the problem is that now at this point, for some of us who, like myself, who really don't care anymore because I like to see the movies, but I don't need to have to watch every single thing you put out in order for it to make sense. And if you have a short, yeah, the short's fine. Like I can withstand the short,
Okay, but since
but
you
I
brought up
wouldn't be
Lord of the
able to.
Rings,
I
don't you
wouldn't.
feel like that you have to see one before the other in order to understand that you can't skip Fellowship of the Ring and understand the
Yeah, but you
next?
don't. You don't need to
You have
watch.
to watch it,
Yeah, you
right?
have to watch one, two, three, but you don't need to watch the background story of Gollum. You don't need to watch the background story of Aragon. You don't need to know how the Sauron came to be. You know,
Yeah, I mean that's for the MC universe overall, but I'm talking about just directly with Endgame and Doomsday right now in this example. It's like, well, this is
I,
following Lord of the Rings. You have to watch Endgame first before Doomsday.
but I
yeah,
think the difference. So
the
here's the
problem
difference,
is
though, is that with
it's
Lord of the
it is
Rings,
completed. It was
it was completed. It was
thought out. It was
Fellowship, Two
fine.
Towers,
That was
and Return of the King. And then they decided, hey, let's bring out the extended editions, which adds in, honestly, it makes it a little bit closer to the books, which is fine. It was
And,
extended editions that they re-released. Okay, yes, it was kind of a money grab in that respect, but the difference is that to Jason's point, these movies were complete. There was nothing they needed to go add in or anything like that, right? Whereas this, the Russo brothers are saying, You need to go see it in theaters with the added content so you know how everything is starting with Doomsday. I think that's the bigger difference. Is that yes, you should have seen Fellowship before Two Towers, because really Two Towers starts off there is no backstory. Like you have
Yeah,
no
there's
idea why
nothing.
they're you are
You're dead in the
lost.
water. Dead in the
Um,
water.
at least if you've seen Endgame, you kind of have know what's going on. But now that they're saying, well, the ending of Endgame may not be what you know it as now, and you really need to see this extra footage in theaters only to understand what Doomsday is starting. I think that's the bigger problem. And I agree with you
I'm not
guys.
saying that it's not
It's
a
a straight
problem. I'm just saying
it's a
it's
straight
like
money grab.
it's a thing that's gonna happen, or it's definitely somewhat warranted. Re-releasing is still not warranted. I will completely agree that re-releasing a movie just for a slight modification in the story is completely absurd,
I mean,
especially for the
I'm gonna
amount of money that it got before. It's certainly not. It shouldn't get that kind of money when it re-releases. I feel like that is
not gonna
something that
lie.
kind of should be boycotted to a certain extent. Like I wouldn't be against that, but I'm not promoting that either. But still, it's just I don't know.
So I will say
I'm just
this. So a
trying to
couple
say that I
things.
think that it's somewhat warranted with the creative direction that they're going.
Yeah. So I mean, I will probably as much as this is a money grab, I'm probably gonna go see it just because that final battle sequence, especially when you get to see Scarlet Witch like starting to kick Thanos' ass like she did in the comics, like that's gonna be a great scene to re-see on the big screen anyways. And it's been what, 10 years at this point, give or take,
Yeah.
something like that.
Released in 2019, so
So
7 years.
2019, so 7 years. Okay. Um, so it'll be still kind of cool to go see that on the big screen, but I hate the fact that they're saying you need to watch the clips. Now, I know it may be a money grab, but the week before surgery, for the anniversary of for the 40th anniversary of Top Gun, they're releasing both movies together
Yeah.
for the anniversary. I'll go watch that. I'll say here's my money, even though it's probably a
Well,
money
I
grab
mean,
anyways.
there's been lots
Um,
of those
which I think those are really, really cool because
releases
like
in
I got to see
theaters.
Back to the Future for the first time in theaters because of the anniversary re-release. And there's
They
going to
did it
be a
with the
whole,
TMNT movies as well.
yep.
I mean,
So, but I think in this
got a
case
lot.
is I still think this is I think you guys are right. Like we could have just done this as a short a la, Pixar or Disney, like how they were doing the short animated films before the feature film. You could have done this as a treat. Um, and kind of said, here's the last 10 minutes of Endgame redone. And this is what it is
Or
versus.
as
Right.
opposed to like
Or if
so.
anything, release a whole additional movie if it really needed to be something like that. Like just have something completely separate.
Yeah.
Like
So,
what I think, because we just had that the guy from Sony saying like, oh, people go in the movie theaters late and stuff like that. Have it
Hmm.
at the exact start time. Have it at the
mhm.
start time of, instead of no ads, blah blah blah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Have it at the start time.
Actually start the movie
Start the
was
movie on
actually
time with
supposed
that
to,
starting.
Yeah.
Because then
and
who's
then
going to be
laugh
late
at
to
all the
that?
people walking into the theater late and be like,
Yeah.
"Haha, you missed the whole thing."
You
So are
missed the
you thinking
reason
kind of
why.
like Back to the Future did, where they have it start actually at the point where Marty goes back in time and he comes showing up
I didn't
for
know they
like
did
Doc
that.
Brown
That's pretty cool.
in
I don't
two.
want to. Like, I mean, sure.
Maybe.
Let's not
Well, no, so like in Back
reference
to the
with
Future Part
references.
Two, right? They start the movie exactly where it's kind of starting in from one. Like Marty's gone back in
Yeah.
time. Here comes Marty running around the corner going, "Hey Doc, I'm back from the future." And they
You have to go
started at
back.
that moment. I think that Jason, I mean, kind of like that'd be something you could also do, like, right? Is that what you're kind of talking about? Is like you start Doomsday where it's
No,
supposed to
not
start in
the film.
Endgame,
He just
or
means
No,
actually
not
start.
Like
presenting the
at
film when the
yeah,
scheduled time is
yeah.
Oh,
for
okay.
airing it.
Just like
No
last
ads,
week we were
no
talking about no
trailers,
ads, no
no
trailers,
nothing.
just straight up. You have a showtime at 12:35. What happens at 12:35? Boom, the start
Nobody's
of
here.
this. The literal start of this, where it's like, hey, you know what? You have to be on time in order to see all the what was supposed to happen at the end of Endgame that wasn't supposed to happen, that needed to happen because we need to rewrite something to happen for something to happen in Doomsday.
I'm not against that because we all know the trailers now are like 30 to
Trailer's
40
terrible.
minutes.
Yeah, it's getting
30
long.
to 40 minutes.
People getting ads all day.
Hmm.
That little 30-minute window that we've been talking about earlier, like let's
Yeah.
say is all the mumbo jumbo. Boom, that is your window. You know what? For you Marvel fans out there, for all you Marvel people out there, you could take that one. I give you that one. I'll help your universe get better at these movies. I loved you
I would
before, but
probably
now you're
guarantee you
terrible.
they would get more ticket sales that way, even if they had to like buy out the ads for their movie. Like they would make money if they bought out the ads and did that and just allowed for the
Yeah,
Yes.
ticket sales to bring it back in.
you can have that one. You're welcome. You're
There you
welcome.
go.
Yeah,
All right.
Jason
making
with
you
the
money,
ideas.
making you money. Uh,
So talk about making money. We talked about this last week. There was rumors of Xbox rolling back changes in pricing to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And guess what got announced?
Ew.
And this happened today. So, and this is effective today, the 21st. Is
Hey,
that
person at Xbox that listens to us, reveal yourself.
I mean, this has been coming, but we're looking at the article from Xbox Wire, which is kind of the official like PlayStation blog, right? Article reads: Starting today, Game Pass Ultimate drops from 29.99 to 22.99 a month. PC Game Pass will also drop from 16.49 to 13.99. Prices may vary by region because depending on where you live, they do have different pricing structures. Beginning this year, future Call of Duty titles. So currently, the current Call of Duty title is included, but going forward, so beginning this year, future Call of Duty titles won't join Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass at launch. New Call of Duty games will be added to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass during the following holiday season. About a year later, Jason talked about this last week. While existing Call of Duty titles already in the library will continue to be available, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers will continue to have access to hundreds of games on Xbox console and PC, including current Call of Duty titles, in-game benefits, online console multiplayer, unlimited Xbox Cloud gaming, and major day one releases. You can find more details on Game Pass Ultimate, Game Pass Premium, Game Pass Central, blah, 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 blah here. Manage your account, they give the link. Our players cover a wide breadth of geographies, preferences, and tastes. So while there isn't a single model that's best for everyone, this change responds to a lot of the feedback we've gotten so far. Um, this is something we debated last week on how long should some of those titles, not join for a while and stuff like that. Um, all right, what do you guys thoughts?
I mean, I still say there's somebody at Xbox listening to us and they're stealing our ideas. We pretty much argued this exact thing. We even argued between whether it be a year or 18 months. Year one. So we're there. And then we also said get rid of day one pass on Game Pass. Granted, they are only limiting it to Call of Duty for now, but still, that was one of the things we said. Like we just need jobs at Xbox apparently, because apparently we have some smart ideas and people are taking it.
yeah, and that's okay. Like I said, we'll give it to you
Mhm.
so you can get better. That's fine. Get better.
So for
You are getting better
context,
slowly.
while we're talking, I do have the plan comparison up on the screen as we record here on Twitch. You can see it on the video on demand, but for those that are just listening audio alone, Just recap, you've got Essential is $10 a month. You get 50 plus games. You can stream games, online multiplayer, up to $25 credit in the store with rewards. And you get some in-game benefits. Premium, $15 a month, 200 plus games. New Xbox published games join the library within 12 months of launch. Stream games, $50 up to a $50 credit. Online multiplayer. Then you've got Ultimate, which is 20, like I said, 22.99 a month. It's 500 games. New games on day one. Includes Ubisoft classics, Fortnite Crew, EA Play, you know, the ability to play online and stuff like that. Um, I think it's a good start from a health perspective of Xbox, right? You're going to be able to get more money out of Call of Duty, which honestly, putting it on Game Pass and only having it for like 22 bucks a month, and that's all people are going to, maybe play it for a month, you're losing
Right.
out on, 60 bucks worth of revenue at that point. So, that's a start. I think what you're going to end up seeing a little bit more often is you're going to have some games be on day one, but some of the major games I could see like maybe like a Forza or Fable, right? Games of that caliber may not come to Game Pass for free on day one.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
No,
Because
it
even if you look
shouldn't.
at PlayStation Plus, like their top tier, you don't see their
You don't get
studio
day
games
ones.
joining
There's no
day
day
one.
ones.
It's like
Mm-mm.
3 to 6 months later that they join, sometimes up to a year. So I think from Asha Sharma's perspective, I think this is absolutely the right thing from being the new CEO over Xbox, right? Is that um, you've got to do something to not only keep your player base that you currently have right now, but potentially bring back some of those people to Game Pass, which obviously we know it's not going away, just like PlayStation Plus is not going away. Those tiers aren't going away. Now the pricing is now a little bit more comparable to that of what PlayStation Plus is. Now this kind of positions you up to kind of decide what you're going to do with it going forward as you go to your next console generation. Um, so I'm going to bring up the PlayStation Plus just so we can compare it, right? Where give me the pricing plans.
But I mean, what the big difference is though, yeah, is that day one. You don't need to start giving the day ones like all the time.
All right, so let's look at this. So we now know, okay, so we know as we talked about, Game Pass Essential is $10 a month. It's their base. You got 15 for premium, 23 for ultimate. With PlayStation, if you're going on it based off of a month, it is $10 for Essential, which
Base,
is
yeah.
free monthly games, online multiplayer, and exclusive discounts. You do get
It's just about the
cloud
same.
storage, exclusive content. So the only difference is that Xbox Essential adds on 50 games to their streaming library, so you can actually have access to 50 games to play as well. You've got Extra, which is 15 a month. You get access to game catalog, which is the entire game catalog. It's not just a select number of games, right? Whereas Xbox is 100 games for their mid tier. This is the game catalog.
It's 200.
Is it yeah, 200, sorry. Yeah, 200 games there. So you do have the full game catalog there. Plus you get Ubisoft Plus Classics, and then when you look at premium, it is $18 a month for PlayStation Premium. You get the classics catalog, you get cloud streaming, you get Ubisoft Classics. They also add on Sony Pictures catalog, so you get movies you can watch as well. Cloud
I think one of the
streaming.
biggest things that Xbox needs to do, and what Sony and Nintendo does is that they do need to give them a year option. Um, Ultimate doesn't have like Xbox doesn't have the year option as far as I know.
Oh, annual
Um,
subscriptions instead
yeah,
of
the
monthly?
annual subscription, because
Okay.
it's 23 a month, 23 a month, 23 a
Hmm.
month. So that's what is that times 12? That's like 260? No, two. Oh my God, I can't math right now. Looking up. But
240
23 time,
plus, yeah, 46. Yeah, I see where you're going. Anyways, we can't math tonight.
can't no mathing. I just woke up not too long ago. Anyways, you're paying that one versus
It's
yes,
two.
some
It's
people
276, Jason.
270. Yeah, thank you. Anyways, there's no discount for staying as an annual member. And
Hmm.
that's what's kind of hurting them. There's no like, hey, if you stay with us for 1 year, let's just put it at 250 or 225. Like, give you that little discount for staying with them for so much longer. Um,
Like
Nintendo
buying
does
it up
it.
front.
Yeah, because Nintendo does it, Sony does it. You get those annual passes
Hmm.
and you're like, oh, you're gonna buy it anyway, so here, get a little bit of a discount on it. So then you're stuck for quote unquote stuck for a year
Well, like I pay
versus the
for ours,
monthly.
right? Nintendo
Yeah,
for our joint family plan that we all have. It's $80 for a year.
yeah.
There you
Hmm.
go. Instead of paying for a monthly,
Or
it's like,
it could have been what, like $10 a month or something like that, like something
mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
But you're saving in that
Yeah.
sense.
Annual
And
usually
that's
saves you like 10 to 20% or something like that.
yeah. Just like the Sony one, if you look at the Sony one does you can do $15 a month. Or
Hmm.
with Sony, you can do 129 a year, you know? And you look at like, oh yeah, you know what? It's
To Jason's point, it's 160 a year for uh
the
PlayStation Plus
Ultra,
Premium for the top
or
tier.
$18 a month,
Yeah.
or $18 a month, and you lose out in that every month, every month, every month.
Right.
But let me just buy all 12 months, and you're like, okay, cool.
It amounts
Yeah.
to
It's usually
a
equivalent to 10 months
$4.
and save 2 months
You save $4.60 per month by
per month.
subscribing to it for 12.
Yeah, you know what you can buy for 460? You can buy a soda. You can get a
I
soda
just
every month.
usually view it as the common thing with 12-month subscriptions is that it's equivalent
Yes.
to you paying for 10 months, you get 2 months for.
Hmm.
Exactly. And Xbox doesn't do that with their payment plans. And you're buying all 12 months. That's what they need to have, and that's how they'll retain a lot more people. Xbox, you can have that one too. See, I gave one to Marvel, who I'm really upset with. Xbox, I don't play with that
So give you an
much. I'm
idea,
giving you that one
Is
too.
Square
the
Enix
12
next? Are
months.
you giving
Are
us
we
some
talking
free
Square
stuff?
Enix? Because then I need a job there, bro. Like
Um, so to give you an idea,
Alice.
PlayStation Plus Premium, the 160, it's a difference of $55, which is it's virtually 3 months of paying monthly
Oh wow, okay.
is the
See,
differential.
see,
So you
that's
pay
a
for nine
lot.
and get three.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Buy three, get one. As you're good.
Hmm.
And that alone, yes, it's 160 a year, but you're thinking about in years now rather than every month, every month, every month, every month.
Hmm.
And that's what Xbox needs to do. You're welcome, Xbox. If you're the one Xbox listener that's listening to us, I'm gonna give that one to you too. You know what? I'm in a giving mood.
So it doesn't
And
look
that
like,
that person
so
better get a promotion too,
real
Yeah.
quick, so it doesn't
unless it's
look
the already the
like
CEO.
Nintendo doesn't have a listed variant for a monthly subscription anymore. So
Well,
they've
okay,
got it
but in this case, look at the individual versus the family.
correct.
Because no,
Right.
because you're on the individual. Click on
So
the
this is the
family.
individual. So with
Yeah.
Nintendo, it's $20 for the base Switch Online, or it's 50 for the online plus expansion pass for a year, right?
For a single person.
For a single
For a
person.
single person. For a
Now,
single person.
if you do family, it is $35 a year for the Switch Online, and it's $80 for online plus expansion pack. Now
However,
let's
it
divide that
is
out
for
because 8 accounts.
8 accounts.
So
Right.
our family plan has the online expansion pass. We have 8 accounts on it. So that breaks down to being $10 per account
Per
to have
year.
this for an entire year.
Yeah. Versus the individual. Go back to the individual is how much a year for the
50 for the same
Yep.
top tier.
For
see
a single
50 for the
person.
same time for a single person. Or if you
Yes.
just
That's
even go
80%
base,
off. That's 80% off.
even if you just go to base, switch online, $20 a year for one person versus
Yes.
the family is how much is what?
Family is 35.
35 and you
Divided by
get
eight,
eight
you're looking a little
accounts.
over five. You're looking about five, less than $5.
Yeah.
What,
See,
$4
exactly.
25 cents or whatever per account. Right. And that's the
That's the
thing is,
point I'm trying to getting. That's what my point is that both Sony and Nintendo have a way to discount memberships. They want your membership. They want you to
yes.
enjoy the gaming. They want you to stay in it. But the only difference is that they want you to stay up for the long haul.
Now,
Xbox, they
I
got you a month at a time.
I can say this though. I still got to give a little bit of kudos to Asha Sharma though for recognizing within her very first, couple of months that here is a problem. We have to try and start pulling it back.
Mhm.
And at least lowering the price is a good first step. She's got a lot of work ahead of her,
Oh yeah, this
and
of course, of course.
so this
But
is at least one small step towards that.
but this is for sure like one thing that they can guarantee people in for a full year. Because there's one thing with having monthly subscriptions, which we
Hmm.
all have had. We have monthly subscriptions. We also have yearly subscriptions, a
Correct.
lot of us have of a lot of things. And why do we have yearly subscriptions? One, it is cheaper in the long run. Two, you do forget about it. And as a
True.
business, as
Hmm.
a
You regularly
business,
forget
you
about it.
you forget about that. Oh, hey, I have a yearly pass of
It's
this.
like it's like
When
Amazon
I
Prime. How many people sign up for a year for Amazon Prime at a discounted rate and forget about it, and then it auto renews, and they're like, "Oh crap!" It just auto
Well,
renewed
it's
for
not
Or
even
whatever.
the
or
oh
even
crap,
doesn't
not
pay
even the oh
attention to
crap.
them rising the
Yes,
price.
correct.
Exactly. Or like, but but that's not the problem. Is the problem is that you get it for a year and you're like, oh hey, I forgot I had it, and then you're back in it a little bit versus the monthly, and you're like, oh, I'm draining my wallet every month. This is how gym memberships survive. You can buy a
True.
year every January, every February, so many yearly memberships at the gym. And then when we come this time of year, literally this time of year, from when it was busy as hell, January, February, starts teetering off, but you locked in that one year. And I mean, that's what Xbox needs to do with their players because then you lock them in for that one year. If you have a bad year, oh man, it makes them rethink about it for a second. But that's why you need to have some bangers come out every so often to keep them engaged.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Throw in those. I mean, I don't know if they have it as Xbox, but throw in those PlayStation Plus free games that are like, oh my God, I gotta get that. Every so often, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm in. I'm in. This month, bad month.
And that's the thing is,
But
I think
next month, oh hell,
those, and I
these
think
games
those
are coming
free
out.
games, like I think those free games too, kind of really in too, because like I look at it and like we've gotten so many free games over the years with PlayStation Plus that I'm like, well, I need to renew mine because still want to be able to play those games, right? That I got for free.
Hmm.
So kind of like even at the base essential for $10 a month, or with
Yeah, which I
the
have. I'm not ashamed. I have that
I
one
have essential. I
because
don't
yeah.
I don't need extra. I don't need premium now. Now for extra for being if I can catch it on sale, I probably might do that so I can have access to games that I never necessarily wouldn't buy, but I want to play, you know. But even then though, Essential is 25 for 3 months. You know, you're saving $5 by doing it in, a 3 month interval.
Which is almost the same as 1 month on Xbox.
And for, I'm sorry, for even $10 a month for just the essential, $10 a month to have access to all the games we've gotten for free, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because one game costs like $80. So,
And then it teeters off,
yeah.
obviously, like you're not getting like, oh,
Hmm.
dude, day one games next month. Yeah, no,
No.
no. But for those that have a backlog, for those that, they don't know if they want to pick that game up or not, and thought they've sat on it, or even the ones that totally forgot about it, you know,
Hmm.
they get completely, oh, I'm gonna buy it when it goes on sale, or oh, hey, I'm gonna get it later, never pick it up, and it's like, you know what, life happens, life happens,
So to give you an idea really quick in a comparison, I just pulled up the games catalog. There are currently 408 games in the catalog for PlayStation
Hmm.
Plus. So at mid-tier, $15 a month, that's where you get access to game catalog. So you're already getting twice the amount of games that you are getting from Xbox. So um, ultimately, I think that PlayStation Plus is still better value. Um, you know, are there some games in their catalog that I would love to play? Yes. Give me Final Fantasy 13 because I own it, be able to play it. So, anyways, so we'll see where this goes for Asha. Really quick though, as we
Good
wind
step.
things
It's a good step. Baby steps, man. Baby steps. Baby
definitely.
steps.
So at this point though, Jason, what have you been watching? What have you been playing last week?
Um, what have we been watching? We've been like I know for a fact my wife's been like watching all the new stuff. Dota had Dodo. We started watching The Boys because apparently there's new episodes of The Boys now, and I totally forgot.
There
So
is.
watching The
I haven't
Boys.
watched any of it. I gave up after season one, The Boys.
Mm. It's it's gotten good. I mean, it's one of those where I kid you not, just it's good. Like it's worth the watch.
I just
And
feel like,
coming from
especially in
me,
season one, like it was just
it's a lot
too
of
too
it's a lot of
much.
build up.
It was just too much. Like everything was just over exaggerated, like and just a
Yeah,
little too over the top for me. Like especially like the guy that gets his head smashed in, uh, while while eating pussy. Like why?
yeah,
Why?
yeah. So I mean, just get over the hump because I mean it was the same for I think it's the same with Dexter.
Mm,
There's one season where it's just like, no, this is hard to watch. But I think it's just because of how much I laugh at superhero things now, like just lately, that
okay.
it's kind of actually refreshing. It's actually hilarious. I find a lot of it like the irony is high up there. But anyways, those two. There's also one other thing that's been coming out. Um, other than that, just been watching a lot more of those untold documentaries. I don't know why. Like I'm in on those. It's Netflix got
Ain't
me
nothing
on
wrong
that
with
one
that.
for a little bit. Yeah, it's weird, weird. Anyways, just work and I need to jump back onto gaming. I just haven't done it yet. Just need to get back on the
It'll be there
get
for you,
back on the
man. It'll be
horse.
Hmm.
Yeah,
there.
I
Just
mean,
waiting.
Yeah.
I'm upset because I still need to finish off a lot of things, and
Yeah.
you know, just gotta put a couple hours in. Oh,
Theo?
by the way, the
Hmm.
we watched the remake of Running Man last night.
How was
Pretty
it?
funny movie. It's not too bad. It's still yeah, exactly. It's 50-50. If you've watched the previous like the original Running Man, it's a lot better. It's really good.
I
But
mean, in comparison to the times, I feel like it's not bad. If you compare the times,
it's
because like they were super limited back then for the
yeah,
Running Man. I mean, there's only so much you could do. Like at least in this Running Man, like you're going more places rather than just being
yeah,
like a certain like arena type of deal. But I don't.
yeah. I mean, it is better though. It is better. Like I enjoy it a little bit better. I did like the shout out to Arnold though. The money made me
Oh yeah,
laugh. That made me laugh. But I think it was just the it was good, but it wasn't like great. You know, I would watch
I
it.
agree.
Yeah, I'd tell it someone if you've watched the original to watch this one.
I say it's worth a watch,
Yeah.
not necessarily a rewatch, but
Yeah,
just at
yeah,
least once.
yeah. Especially if you watch, like I said, especially if you watch the original,
Yeah,
it's actually pretty good if you watch the original. If you haven't watched the original, then you'll be like, "Ah, this is kind of whatever. It's below average." Yeah. Sorry, it's just
No.
way off base. Anyways,
opinionated.
Theo.
Theo?
Let's see. I'm giving the live action One Piece another shot. I'm still on season one. I don't know how I feel about it. I may go through season two just because I keep hearing the hype about it. Watching some anime. I just finished a recent one called Dead Account. That one was okay. It was super weird. It's all about being like on social media and like people's that actually passed away and the account actually dies, but their ghost takes over their account and stuff. It's really weird. It was okay. Um, been playing some actually a lot more MTG Arena this past week. Definitely liked the TMNT release. Strixhaven came out today. Started that up. Just kind of messing around with stuff. I definitely have a new 1/1 counters deck.
Fuck you.
So definitely some fun there. Surprisingly enough, Matt, it's green and blue, not green white. So it's a little
What?
different. Yeah, I
Green,
never
blue.
play
Wait,
blue. I
green,
hate
blue.
playing blue so much, but I had to play blue.
Wait, when did blue in your vocabulary? I'm sorry.
I know,
Wait,
right?
what multiverse are we in
Hey,
now?
at least it'd
Like,
be sooner for me to say blue than red. I freaking hate so much.
You can't. Oh,
Hate
Theo, that is
red.
my
Hate
color.
it.
That's
I
my
know.
color
I
of
know. I'm gonna.
choice, sir.
I will curb stomp you for
well,
doing
so I
red,
guess that,
but like I
to
just
that
hate it. I
point,
hate red so much.
Theo will know this, right? There's certain combinations of colors I don't play. I don't like the way, like red, white. I can't stand red, white.
You
Like
what? Red? You
Boros.
can't play red, white?
I
Oh
play,
my.
I play mono green, green, black, black, blue, red, blue, white, black, and white, green. But even then, I'm very specific, right? My white,
Do you
green.
do white, black before white, red?
Oh yeah.
Oh
But that goes
my
I
back
would
to
God,
too.
get
I
I
would
out of
do white
did
black
here.
I
before white
had
red.
a
Oh
absolute
my
curb stomp of a
God.
white black enchantment creature deck. That
Oh
was
my
great. I love that
God.
thing.
You
But even now, like Theo has played my current white black deck, my lockdown
Mhm.
deck, and if it fires off, it is just gross because I won't let you do anything. It's
I
like,
don't know about gross, more annoying than.
well, then you missed what I did to somebody the other night, Theo. I like straight up had it so
We'll
locked
say
down.
it will. I'll say it is at least rage quit material.
Yes, it
It,
is.
it
Absolutely.
is rage
It's
quit
not as much
inducing.
rage quit as my red blue.
I feel like your red blue it is, but I just feel like it more often requires the perfect starting hand. Because I feel like more often than not, your red blue tends to drought you pretty quick.
Yeah, red
Sometimes.
blue is that's and that too. You play red blue before red white. That's crazy.
I don't
Like
like red white. I've
it's
never been a
fine. I get
Boros.
it. That's fine.
I've
I will.
tried.
That's the same with me. I will never play blue or
I'll at least be honest that I would sooner play red white than red blue.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Red blue's
anyways,
not that good.
so back to what we
Uh,
were, you
No,
know,
that's pretty much it. Just trying some new cards and everything there, and just kind of uh, doing a lot of training with the puppy this week. She,
yeah.
surprisingly enough, she's getting the hang of things pretty quick. So like, I give you an example. When I was training Mei Lin to do stairs, she wouldn't do it for the first like 3 weeks that she was with us. Suyan took about a week. And so far, Gia, it took her 1 day to learn it, and she first learned yesterday. So she's been with us for 5 days. So she's getting the hang of things. She's not too bad.
nice.
Matt, what you been watching? What you been playing?
Uh, all right. So playing wise, it's actually only been one game. Final Fantasy
Tactics.
Tactics. Yep. I
Like
just started chapter 4. I beat Wheatgraph. I ended up running Ramza as a geomancer with a
what's
ninja
wrong with you? What's wrong
dual
with you?
wielding build. Like I was working on geomancer anyways,
I feel
but
like you
I had
sounded
him
more offended by that than me saying I
right,
hated bread.
Oh,
but
a little bit, just
but
because
I had him
Ramza is
running
only a frontline man. He is the frontline man.
dirt. I've got him doing
Yeah,
220 a pop right now
Nice.
for damage because I've got him set for dual wielding.
Oh, there you go.
he is a frontline man. That's it.
So I have him. So I've got everything unlocked. I unlocked the mime class and the dancer the arithmetician or whatever class that is.
The arithmetic, yeah.
Um, yeah, I haven't unlocked his holy knight class yet.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I've got a lot of characters that are already mastered. Um, one of mine's got ninja and geomancer done. I've got another one that's got dragoon and ninja done, like fully
Oh, there you
mastered.
go.
I just sat there in one little spot in the Zeppelin Desert and just sat there and grinded
Just grind it out.
all
Yep.
week
You just
There
gotta
you
and
go.
grind
just
it
got
out a
them all
little.
knocked out. Um,
Yeah.
I
my
forget
black my
Dragoon focuses on spear, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and
the
he's
Okay.
jump.
yeah. My black mage is absolutely ridiculous.
Of
I have
course.
he's completely he's mastered that, and now I've turned him into a time mage. So he's now time and
Nice.
black magic.
Yeah.
Um, my summoner is ridiculous. The way that I've got that built. Um, she's casting a remove and dropping enemies
There you go.
straight up. So I'm actually having fun with it. Yes, it was a grind to get everything done. Now I can move on with the story, get going with it. But but yeah, I mean, I think Jason, your point where we talked about like which system to buy it on. I definitely like it being on the Switch, so I don't have to worry about like trophies and stuff
Yeah.
necessarily. Um,
And like I said, it is Tactics is great as a mobile game.
the only
Um,
Mhm.
downside is I will say this because you've got a Switch too, so you've got a bigger screen. Trying to play that one in handheld mode isn't exactly the easiest on
it's
that
not the
screen.
greatest, but again,
Okay.
Um,
like the like it was on the PSP. It was on the PSP as well.
and the
And
Vita,
that
yeah,
was and it's a
It was even
great
on Game Boy Advance.
yes. Oh
yes,
no, so don't
yes.
get me wrong, like it's still
No,
great handheld.
yeah.
So I'm not discrediting me where I went to pick it up. I like the fact is with tactics, I can just play the game, not worrying about trying to do trophies or anything, which I think now I'm at the point now where I'm not even going to go trophy hunting unless I really, really can and whatnot. And it just you can do it through a playthrough. But yeah, so it's just been tactics. That's all I've been playing and having a blast with it. I was going to try and start Octopath Traveler, decided not to. I just wanted to play tactics
Yeah,
nonstop.
finish it up.
Um,
Sure.
uh, movie wise, watch. Kind of did a rewatch of Dark Knight Returns, the anime,
Yeah. All right.
based on the old Frank Miller comic. There was a documentary on DC villains, and like their history and coming about for some of the different archetypes for those. Um, I didn't know there was an animated movie for Injustice, so I
Yes.
picked that up dirt cheap, and that was really good. For anybody that's played the games, it's a great collab on that. Um,
I think that
and
one's pretty
then
recent. I think that's within the past
um,
2 years.
and then I did a rewatch on Assault on Arkham, the anime
Okay.
that is based in the Arkham Asylum universe. For that, and
I didn't realize they did
also
so many animes. Are you saying anime or an
anime,
anime?
like animated movies, like
Animated movies
um,
or Japanese anime?
no,
Big difference,
animation.
sir. Big
Sorry,
difference.
animation. And then
Okay.
I started watching it last night and I fell asleep. The Killing Joke,
Okay.
which that's also another great comic that I need to get a hold of. So,
I was gonna say the print. I feel like the only DC anime I know of is the Suicide Squad Isekai
mhm.
that released last year. That's the only
Um,
one.
and then I added two more books to my backlog that I need to read now. So,
You sound so disappointed that you have to read,
dude, I have so
even
much.
though
Like
I know you love it. I know you
I
love it.
straight up, my backlog for books is now looking like my backlog for gaming. It's like where
Hey,
I'm gonna.
oh,
But I added
add it in the backlog of movies.
right. I found out that Michael Crichton had a passion project before he died,
Okay.
called Eruption that James Patterson ended up picking up and finishing off for him.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
so
Okay.
I was over at Books a Million just looking through there, and they've got a bargain section, and it was in there for
Hmm.
$10 hardback. I was like, yes, it's
All
Crichton. I
right.
love Crichton. And then I also just got in my first ever Stephen King book, 11/22/63, which is the one
Okay.
that there was the miniseries on Netflix starring James
Hmm.
Franco, where he goes back in time to when Kennedy was assassinated. And he's trying to stop the
Oh, that
Kennedy
sounds
assassination,
familiar. Okay.
and screws everything up. So I've always wanted to
Okay.
read the book, and it was on sale for like $20. So I ordered it. So I'll actually be
Nice.
reading my first Stephen King book soon. So yeah.
There you go.
So anyway, so with that, we've gone way over tonight. Um, a lot of good stuff, conversation to start. But anyways, for those that kind of jumped in and out, thank you for crashing game night with us tonight. As always, like Richard, drop us a follow on the platform you're listening to us on right now. Head over to crashinggamenight.com. Find the other platforms we're on. Um, I am even with surgery coming up here in a couple weeks. I am starting to line up some guests for us. Um, right there, a couple weeks after surgery. Um, I've got a Star who I've started becoming friends with on Threads is the head of a independent studio, gaming
Sweet.
studio. In it is woman owned, so it's great to have somebody on here that, from a diversity perspective, and talk about making games and stuff, and the challenges that she
Indeed.
faces having a small studio and everything like that. I've already started reaching out to a couple other folks, start lining them up for the backside of surgery. So I am still trying to line up everything for everybody. So with that, like I mentioned, everything in the world's kind of a dumpster fire right now. So please, everybody, just be excellent to each other.
That's right, everybody, my nerds out there. Sans Beanie won. I have to do his little snippet. It's okay because he took it from me a long time ago. Stay safe out there. And then yeah, yeah, let's do good. Let's do good. Yeah, yeah. J Bone!
J-Talk, J-Rock.
J Dog Dog. Uh yeah, hopefully guys, man, it's if you guys celebrated 420 Day yesterday, Superman Day, that prior week, hopefully you had a good time over the weekend. Um, hopefully you finished your taxes, like that was my one snippet last week, so hopefully you got those done as well. Now we're looking forward to the backside, or we're going into the summertime, summertime's coming out slowly.
Summertime.
Yeah, sir.
I'm just starting spring over here. We had
In
snow.
California,
We literally had snow last Saturday.
Hmm.
oh, in California, we had 1 day of rain, and that was our winter season. And then the day after was spring. So now we're getting ready for summer. Um, that's usually how it goes out here.
The one
No,
of
but
two seasons that you experience throughout the year.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Cold season, hot season. Um, yeah, I mean,
No, comfortable season, hot season. You don't have a cold. You think you have a cold. You don't have a cold.
Anyways, now my train of thought's gone.
You're welcome.
So yeah. Anyways, my man, Theowalski. Theowalski screwed me up today. Said as like you normally do.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Until next time, TTFN.
Good night, everybody.